And just find a position that you'll feel comfortable to keep still for the next 2 minutes, 3 minutes maximum. And just reminding you that our spine is important, as well as keeping us, without a spine, we wouldn't be around. And apart from that, there's an energy that in yoga is very much emphasized through the spine, prana. And we access that energy and we can control it through our breath. I like to think, and I have told you this before, but as everybody settles, it's a good way to remind us. I like to think that my spine is like a tube or a hose. I know it's not very romantic vision, but think of it as a pipe where energy or breath, however you want to think about it, goes up and down from. And this pipe, this tube, this spine is going right from the root all the way up to the crown of the head. So imagine it was a pipe there of energy that goes along your spine. And then, especially in this time where we're all a bit kind of in the air, not very sure what's going on, or maybe feeling less grounded than usual, it's a good way to feel grounded, connecting with that breath. In a way, it connects you with the earth and with what's above. So if you want to just visualize as you breathe in, the air is coming in through your root chakra, which is between your genitals and anus. I know, but let's be precise. And then all the way up your spine, all the way up your throat, through the crown of your head and beyond. You can imagine it hovering above the crown of your head. That's the energy or the breath. And then as you breathe out, as we breathe out, because I'll do it with you, imagine the breath is coming in through the crown, all the way down your spine and into the floor. And in a way, it's a nice way to always think of trying to keep as much as possible no angles in your spine during your practice. Yes, there's curves, but just like when you're gardening and you've got the holes out, if you start to twist the holes around, prana or water wouldn't come out. So think of your spine today, working, yes, in curves, but not trying to crush or knot the spine and the access to prana through it. So just take a moment to keep breathing in and out through the nose, maybe connecting now with that Ujjayi breath. And as you listen to yourself breathe, as you feel the rise and fall of the breath, imagining that you're breathing in and visualizing the breath is going up your back, beyond your head. Breathing out, in through the crown, down through the spine, and into the floor. Let's do 2 more, and I'll do them with you this time. Breathe in. Maybe holding the breath in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathe out. So we do a last one. Maybe as you hold the breath, think of an intention. Something to dedicate your practice to. So breathe in. Hold the breath in. Squeeze Mulavana, that's the pelvic floor. Squeeze your stomach, lock the abdomen, push it back and try and push the energy up. Even through the throat, even though you're not using the throat lock, push the energy up as you hold your breath. When you have to let go of your breath, of the locks, just exhale and let go. Blink the eyes open when you're ready and release the hands. Take your time to do that. So come back to your intention, try and figure one out, and if you don't, remind yourself just as a grounding practice, I'll give you that intention. Let's breathe in and lift the arms up. Try to press your palms together, let your head tilt back. Open the chest, hold it here, and breathing out through the nose, bring the hands down, let the head just hang, let the shoulders still be anchored away from your ears. And again, breathing in through the nose. all the way up with the palms together. See if you can tilt your head all the way back. Let the throat center open. And breathe it out. 1. Breathe in. All the way up. Interlace your fingers this time. Press your palms up towards the sky, so you're turning them all the way around. Bring your head to face forward, chin parallel to floor, arms in line with your ears. Breathe in here. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Give yourself a bit more space. Breathe out and just slide those shoulders down. That's 1. We're going to do 2 more. Breathe in, shoulders up. Breathe in, shoulders down. That's 2. 1 more. Last one. Breathe in. And breathe in out. That is 3. Lovely. Just bring the hands down and go straight into a child's pose. So you're on your knees already. So come into your child's pose here and just see where you want to go with it. Hands forward. Your elbows could be lifted. They could be on the floor. Try to get your head to go close to the floor as much as is comfortable to you. But try to get also, if it does touch the floor, that's the forehead, the tip of your nose to touch the floor. And then feel like you're lengthening your stomach skin on your thighs. Feel long in the stomach and in your back. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, see if you can push on the floor with your fingers and sit your hips down a little bit. And again, breathe in it. Try and make your back expand now. And breathe in out. That's 2. And we've got 1 more. Yeah, breathe in it. And breathe in out. That is 3. Nice. And just as you are, just put your hands onto the floor and come up into your hands and knees. We'll do a couple cat-cows. So as you breathe in, you're looking up, opening the chest. And as you breathe out, you're rolling the spine. But just keep pushing the floor away like you're doing your Pilates class. Don't let yourself sink into your shoulders. That would be sinking. You're pushing away even when you're lifting your heart up. Don't sink. Open the chest. Exhale as you roll, and that's through the nose still. And inhaling through the nose as you look up. And let's just do 1 more here, yeah? Breathing out, roll. And breathing in, open the chest. And look up. Now, keep it here as you exhale next. Just press the toes into the floor, come into your downward dog. Bend 1 knee, maybe bring it towards your chest. Try to push your chest back and lay your stomach on that bent leg. Whichever it is, it's like you're trying to touch your stomach and your thigh. Press, keep your foot on the floor though. That's it. You're just bending the knee. That's it. You got it, Toby. And then see if you can lift your tailbone up and try and really squeeze Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, which is the stomach lock, to lengthen that lumbar spine. Yeah, much better. Slide the shoulders away from your ears and then change the feet round. Then the other knee, stretch the stretched leg. You really want to push that heel into the floor. Really stretch that calf. Yes, much better this side. Lift your hips up. Try and lengthen your stomach skin on your thigh. One day your stomach and thigh will touch. Your chest will touch your thigh. Yes, perfect. And then bring both heels up. Stretch both knees and bring them down. And we'll do a couple like that. Just bring your heels up. Try not to move your chest. And drop them down. And again, lift them up. Try not to move your shoulders from where they are. And drop them down. So as you lift your heels up, your shoulders shift forward naturally. Try to avoid that. Lift your heels up, but push your shoulders back. Better. That's it, Eddie. And down. Last one, I promise. And up. And down. Perfect. Now as you breathe in, hold it and breathe out. Roll into your first plank. And we're going to breathe in. Do that downward dog with bent knees, lifting the legs. I mean the hips up, bending the legs. And again, exhale, roll forward. So we're doing 3, yeah? 3 of these. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale, roll forward. And now hold it here, breathe in. Try and find a long neck. So don't let your head sink, lengthen the back of your neck. And see if you can either chaturanga or knees, chest, chin into a little cobra. So try and bring your body forward. And then try and keep your hands quite far back. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. Squeeze your legs together like a cobra's tail. Point your feet, push your toes into the floor. Push your hips into the floor to lift your heart up. Imagine your elbows want to touch the back wall. Keep breathing there. That's it. Exhale, hold it there. Now try not to back around with the eyes. Keep them focused. Breathe in it. We've got 2 more. Breathe in out. Focus maybe on your intention as you breathe in and then breathe out. Forehead down, press the floor away, plank downward dog. Hold that downward dog. See if you want to maybe bring your feet together. See if that feels good. You can bend your knees or not. See where you want to go with it. I'd suggest bounce your downward dog back. Bounce it about 10 times. 9, 8, just like we have been doing, 7 and 6 and 5. Only if it feels good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back into our plank through a dome spine. That's your exhale, and again, downward dog with bent knees as you inhale back. Let's do that again. Exhale all the way forward. That's your exhale. Work the core. Inhale all the way back. 1 more. Exhale. Hold it here. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, find your chaturanga. Use chest chin, or you can hover and put your feet to shift forward. Drop your hips on the floor. Come up into an aeroplane. Squeeze your feet together, but lift them up this time. Open your arms like aeroplane wings, so they're shifting back towards the back of the ring toe. Yeah, and imagine you're a Boeing 707 or whatever aeroplane you like. Just breathe in, try and lift yourself off the floor. Breathe out, hold it there. Nice, guys. Breathe in, see if you can lift a little bit higher. Breathe out, that's 2. We've got 1 more. Breathe in, lift higher. And as you breathe out, forehead down, press the floor away, plank downward dog. Bounce it or hold it. Now count the bounces because they're going to be 10 and a 8 and a 7 and a 6, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and hold it there. You're going to do 1 more round of that. So ripple into your dome spine plank. Ripple into a plank on your exhale. Breathe in as you go back into your bending downward. Breathe out, roll the exhale, that's 2. And have a break when you need it, yeah? Breathe in as you go back. 1 more. Roll forward, that's 3. Hold it here. Do your chaturanga, one of your choice, into 3 upward dogs. So you're trying to breathe in, lift a little bit higher this time, putting your hands on the floor. Nice, Chris. Breathe out, drop down. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, that's 2. 1 more. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, press. Plank downward dog. 10 little bounces. 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Nice stuff, guys. Hold it here. Look at your hands. Do a little jump, bending your knees and looking forward. Jump to your hands. Breathe in, come up halfway, just like you would in a sun salute. Breathe out. Bend your knees and try and now press your hands into the floor. They can be in front of your feet, but ideally one day you want to get them in line with your feet. That's the palm. And then you want to try and shift the weight onto your toes, lifting the heels up very slightly, like a sheet of paper should fit under your heels. And then try and just relax the head down. And breathe, pumping the stomach. As you breathe out, you're squeezing your inner thighs, you're lifting your hips high and dropping your head low. That's it. Do 1 more breath like that. Breathe in. And breathe in out. That's 2. We've got just 1 more leg. Try and relax the neck. Long neck. Go on. Let the head drop all the way. Breathe in. And breathe out 3. Now bend your knees and just roll up like you would in a Pilates class, 1 vertebra at a time, just to get into all the different spaces in between our vertebrae. And once you're at the top, just Take a pause with your right hand on your heart, and I'm not mirroring you here, and your left hand on your stomach. See if you can feel your heartbeat, or maybe reconnect with your breath or your intention. Just give yourself a moment to observe. And this is funny because when I trained in India, they would always make us pause in between asanas. And it's something I've lost quite a lot, even though it was quite significant to me in my practice. And that's because we don't really do that over here in Europe. So I would say, try and come back to that, even though it might be a bit long to pause, just 10 seconds, just to observe. Give it its importance, because it really is part of the true practice of yoga. Just to observe, yeah? And when you've observed, just relax the arms down. We're going to come into a side bend, so in a half moon, just to open the lungs. Remember, Chris, you can also do it with your arms down if that works. You know, you can keep it if it hurts at all, your arms or shoulders. So ideally, you want your hands in that Anjali Mudra. So it's the index finger up, all the other fingers interlaced. One day, your palms and your wrists touch. So you're stretching your arms either side of your ears, Toby. All stretch. Inhale, lengthen it. And as you exhale, we're doing like a half moon position where your side bending to the right. And I'm mirroring you here. Squeezing your legs together, squeezing your inner thighs, activate your thighs. Really try and lift your kneecaps up. Keep breathing now into your left lung. Breathe in and out. One more time. Try and keep that stretch. Push the hips to the left a little bit more. And then inhale up, stretch up. Give yourself space. We'll go to the other side. As you exhale, softly take it first. See how far you want to go. And as you breathe, go deeper into the stretch. Palms together, touching. Wrists touching one day. Bring that bottom shoulder forward as much as you can. Try to push your feet down and squeeze your hips forward. Breathe in and out. One more time. See if you can lower a bit further on the breath out. And inhale back to center. Great. Exhale as you bring your hands into a namaste. We're going to start a sun salute here. So breathing in all the way up and slightly back. That's with the arms. Come to the front of your mat, yeah? Exhale, fold down through the center, coming to that forward stretch we just did. Breathe in, come up halfway. And as you breathe out, push your hands into the floor. You can either step or jump, but if you jump, bend your elbows, bend straight away. You'll jump, yes, Eddie. Inhale, lift 3 times. Exhale, drop again. So upward dog, yeah? Inhale, look up, Toby, open the chest, rock the hips. Exhale, that is 2, nice. One more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fold, press, and do 10 little bounces. 9, and 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here, right leg up, 3-legged dog. So remember that in your 3-legged dog, you're trying to drop the hip down towards the floor. I tend to do that. So I really need to work my right shoulder down, my right hip down. Maybe even flex my toes so I know where I'm going with them. Hold it there for about 4 more seconds just to strengthen all the back of our body. 3, 2, 1. Then step that right leg into a warrior 1. So you're stepping it in between your hands. Look at the back foot. You need to change it, open it up. Pick your head up, breathe in, hold it here. Okay, I'm going to mirror you now and look forward. So we're here, left leg forward, right leg forward, left leg back, yeah? Breathe in, try and just now, on the breath in, lengthen your spine. On the breath out, bend the front leg and push that left heel into the floor. Push that back leg, stretch. Inhale again. Exhale. See if you can bring your left shoulder forward and your arms in line with your ear one day. Inhale. And as you breathe out, hold it there. We're just going to bring that front leg to stretch and drop the arms down. See if you can bring that back foot a little bit closer. Just to feel strong in the hips. And you don't have to twist them, you're really square with them. And then again, Pilates style roll down. So you're rolling your head, then your shoulders, all the way down. And here's where you might get those 2 blocks you worked with last week. Remember you had them either side of your of your foot to just elevate the floor. If not, do like me, bend your front leg as much as you have to till your hands touch the floor, but try not to bend your back leg. So it's your front leg, you got it. Okay, just hold it there, forehead to knee now. Try and get that forehead and your knee to touch. And I promise it's using your core that's going to get you there. And keep breathing, yeah? So the work is pushing your left hip forward, your right hip back. Yeah. Pushing as much as you can your forehead into your knee to keep that throat long. And then pumping your stomach to work your digestive system. As you breathe in, stomach goes out. As you breathe out, stomach really goes up. Let's do 2 more like that. Breathe in, stomach out. Breathe out. 1, breathe in it. Breathe in out. And now just as you are, you can lengthen the spine and bend the back leg. So your left knee is on the floor. You're in a box position. This is called, it's not a lunge. If you were to look at me sideways, I'm like a box, yeah? And I'm mirroring you. So even though I've got my left leg, it's the right leg forward, left leg back. Okay, this is quite an interesting one for like hips. So just grab your right hip with your right hand and push it down. Push it down towards the floor because it tends to go up, right? And then bring your left hand on the floor, on a block, on your fist, wherever you can bring it so that you feel long in your spine still. Okay, so if I go sideways, I'm pushing now my right hip back, squeezing my inner thighs, and trying to keep my hip as it is. Now twist your shoulders to the right, and put your right hand in your lumbar spine, keeping your hips just as they are. See if you can look up and back and come into that twist. Nice, guys. Keep pushing that right hip down and towards the front of your mat. And towards the back of your mat, sorry. Keep pushing your left hip forward. Now try not to fidget with your eyes and do 2 breaths like that. Breathe in and breathe out. That's 1. We've just got 1 more, guys. Breathe in. Breathe out, that's 2, nice. Come back, squaring yourself to the center, so bring your both arms down, and we're gonna just stretch back into that hamstring. So you can sit back onto your, there's 2 options. Putting the foot outside, or bringing it inside. You need to adjust, yeah? You can also keep it up. So see where you want to go with it. My sequence today, I would like us to have it here where it's not too painful. So just outside your thighs so you can stretch your quadriceps. If not, just sit on a block or come up high on that knee. Breathe in, just lengthen here. And as you breathe out, see if you can walk forward. So I'm sat, yeah, with the foot outside of my left glute. Yeah, you got it. Walk forward with your hands, or keep your hands back. Try and look at your big toe. Keep a long spine as much as your body will let you, and just breathe there. So I'd say keep your hands back if you're struggling with them forward. Yeah, so you can push the floor away behind you. Yeah. And then try and lean your way forward slowly with your hands. Help. Just breathe there. I would still say keep the hands back, Chris, and remember you can also bend the front leg if it gets uncomfortable. I'm the same here, I just can't work it out in my body, it just doesn't feel nice. So you just need to play about, because yeah, that looks better, and it's not meant to be comfortable. Breathe in. See if you can breathe out and release anything else. Maybe the head, maybe the shoulders. See where you want to go with it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, coming back. So just check the transition out. My hands go here by my sides. I just lift up, put my hands in front and step into a chaturanga. All the way down, all the way up 3 times. Of your choice. Remember, you can skip them. Breathe in, breathe out, drop it down. And again, breathe in, breathe out. That is 2. Nice. Breathe in. Plug those shoulders in, Eddie, when you're breathing in. They plug in at the end, plug in at the beginning. Try to press the floor away, come into your downward dog with 10 little bounces, or a child's pose. Yeah, that looks better. Child's pose is also an option. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can we hold it there? Lift the left leg up. So we're doing exactly the same on the other side. 3-legged dog to start with, and that's just to work our back muscles, our legs, the back of our legs. Lift the heel up and push your heart back. Try and get your arms in line with your ears. Push the right heel into the floor. Stretch that knee. And then when you're ready, step it forward. It's a warrior 1. Bring that foot in between your hands. Shorten the stance. Lift yourself up into that warrior 1, which is 2 hips and 2 shoulders facing me. Or forward, better said. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, see if you can bend the front leg. That's 1. We've got 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. See if you can bend a little bit more. That's 2. Stretch that back heel into the floor. Go on. Breathe in. Breathe in out. That is 3. Now, stretch the front leg. I always find I need to shorten my stance. See what happens in your body. Just to feel my feet grounded. Drop the arms down. Roll down like you do in Pilates. 1 vertebra at a time. And be pedantic about that. Really try and take your time. Don't just get to where you want to get, but just take your time to get there. Explore the journey there. Nice, much better this side. Okay, and then you've got options for your hands. Books are a good one. If you haven't got blocks, bend it the front leg, not the back leg. Bend it as much as you want to, but just keep that back leg stretched if you can, and that's my option, yeah? And then if you can get that forehead to touch the knee, you're working 2 key areas, the thyroid and the pituitary gland. So you want to focus in that space. So you breathe in and out. Try and focus on the 3rd eye. Take a break when you have to. Come to child's pose. Pump the stomach and you'll be working your digestive system. So when you breathe in, stomach out. When you breathe out, stomach in. I know we're keeping this for long, but this is my intention. So I'm just trying to entertain you while you hold your breath. Remember to try not to fidget. Breathe. And breathe out. Okay, nice. So you're coming into a straight spine and you're just dropping that bottom leg into the floor. It's a box lunge. It's not a normal lunge. It's a box lunge, yeah. And now here, already when I put my leg up, this hip comes up. It's natural. So I need to think of my left hip going down and my right hip going forward, my left hip goes back. I put my hand there just to make sure my right hand can go on a block or on a book, just by my foot, shoulder distance apart. Yeah, and then I'm twisting to the left. Remember that I'm mirroring you. So I'm twisting my ribs to the left, pushing my left thigh down, my left hip down as I do that. Trying to keep it there as I put my hand behind in my lumbar spine, lengthening it as I twist my head and eyes towards the ceiling. Yes, good. And just keep it there. Keep breathing in that position. Trying to keep twisting just from the ribs and keep anchoring that left hip down. Good. Breathe in. And see if you can use your bottom shoulder also to help you with that twist. Push the foot into the floor, all 5 toes. 1, breathe in. And breathe in out. Great. Come back to the center. Options. Check your options out before you go for them. The first one would be even here, right? You see? Maybe here, hands, blocks, whatever you need. Second one, more challenging. Try and stretch the thigh. That's, if you do a lot of running or cycling, that's gonna niggle. Then you can put your hips on the block. If that's not comfortable, you can always come to this one, which is slightly easier, but just as challenging for the groin, yeah? Just see what works for you. My practice in my head was to have it here, you can, as long as there's no pain. And now, options for the hands. Behind you, it helps you lengthen the spine. And in front of you, helps you kind of pull the floor towards you to also bring the chest forward. So see if you want to focus on your spine or your chest space. And now let's try not fidget. Ideally, you're looking at your big toe. And we're doing 3 deep breaths there. And a way to figure out if my spine is straight, because it's really quite hard here to keep it straight at all, is to think of your belly skin, of your stomach skin, and try and stretch it. Try not to have any wrinkles in the skin of your stomach. Yeah, Toby, that already made a big difference. So think of stretching your back like that, and that really helps. Just do one more breath. Breathe in. And breathe in. Nice. Okay, so we're changing round, yeah? We're coming forward, check it out. Changing my weight forward, hands, be clean in your transitions, that's part of the practice. And then nice, Chris. And then press your leg back, all the way to Chaturanga. Inhaling 3 times to come up in your own time. Exhaling as you go down, that's 1. Inhale, come up. Exhale, that's 2, really nice. The upward dog's a great action. Breathing in, come up. And as you breathe out, press the floor away, coming to your downward dog. Bounce it for 10. If you need a break, it's a child's pose, yeah? 8, 7, and 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there, right leg up. Go on, lift your right leg up. 3-legged dog. Now, open the hip, bend the knee. And as you do that, remember that you want, go on, lift that knee up high, Toby. So you want to point towards the ceiling with it. Yes. And see if you can let your foot fall nearly towards the other side of the mat, but don't let it touch the floor. It's just to open your hip up. That's it. Now push your right shoulder down. Don't let it open up. Hold it there for 4 more seconds. 3 more seconds. 2 more seconds. And 1, and step it all the way forward into a warrior 2. Windmill your hands right and left, or left and right, better said, and look towards your front hand. So you've got your right leg forward, your left leg back, looking towards your front right hand, middle finger. That's your breath out. Breathe in and stretch your arms and look to the side of the room, so towards the left side of the room with your arms behind your ears. Breathe out, come again into your warrior 2. Look at your front arm. Breathe in. Look to the side of the room, left side, arms up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Last one, forward. Inhale, up. And now hold the legs stretched. Open your arms up. And just go into your Trikonasana. Reach forward as much as you can. When you can't anymore, bring your hand down to your shin. Try not to lean the weight down, but gravity's already pulling us down, so we actually have to pull away and up. Use the core. So the energy is very different if I'm here or if I am here, yeah? And not by pushing into my leg, by using the core more than anything. So you can look up, just hold it there, I'll count it in seconds. Push your hips forward and your shoulders back. Imagine you're sandwiched in between a double glazed window. Lovely. And then when you're ready, bring your hands forward into your lunge. Straight away, step it back. All we're doing, Chaturanga, all the way down. Inhale, up 3 times. Exhale, drop it down. That's 1. Inhale, up 2. Exhale, that's 2. Last one. Inhale. Good. Exhale, press. Come and go back. 10 bounces. Go. 9 and 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lift the left leg up. Same thing other side. So first 3-legged dog. Get your positions. Hold them a second to feel the engagement of all the muscles that go with it, all the back. Now bend your knee and open it up. Point your knee towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. Now try, Toby, to push your left shoulder down as your left knee lifts up. It's like a twisting sensation. Push that right heel into the floor. Go on. Keep breathing. 4 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Step that left leg forward when you're ready into your warrior 2. And windmilling left and right arm to look forward straight away. Let's be more dynamic this side. That's your exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms, look to the side, to the right side of the room. Exhale again. Bend your knees, look to your front arm. Inhale, stretch your legs and look to the side. Exhale, front arm, so through your left middle finger, that's where the focus is. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, last 1. Now as you inhale, stretch your legs, keep your legs stretched, but open your arms straight away into that Trikonasana. Shift your weight, push your weight forward, and push your hips back and come down with your left hand up near the floor, your right hand reaching up towards the sky. That's it. Look up if you can, roll, pinch your ribs around. Squeeze your glutes now. See if you can make your spine long by feeling length, lengthening out of your hips. Go on to me. Make your spine longer. I'm sure it can go a bit longer. Less down and more up, I'd say even. Yes, that's how, yes, that looks great to me. Chin to your left shoulder or your right shoulder. Hold it there, 3, 2, 1. And then come down into your chaturanga. So lunge and chaturanga. Knees, chest, chin, or have a break. If your practice is that, just take it easy. Exhale down, 2 more. Breathing, come up. And exhale, 2. 1 more, come up. And exhale, press. The floor away, come, 10 little bounces. We've got just one really short sequence to do, yeah? 9 and 8, and a 7, and a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. So the option now is we've got 3 positions in downward dog into a wild thing. Remember that wild thing is 2 feet on the floor, 2 knees bent, and your hips are reaching up. I'm going to do it with you. So you're going to lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog to start with. 4 seconds in 3-legged dog. 3, and 2, and 1. Now bend your knee, open the hip, but not the shoulders. That would be an open hip 3-legged dog, yeah? And now you let that opening of the hip let you fall to the left side with your right foot. Bend both your knees so you're kind of in a wheel legs. Great, Chris, you've got it. Go on, push your heart up, guys. Try and square your chest to the sky. Toby, stretch, bend both your knees. Bend both your knees. Put both your feet on the floor. Because one day you're going to come into a wheel doing this movement. Hold it there, 3, 2, 1, and then come back straight away. See if you can find the strength. Amazing, nice. Now step it forward, all the way forward. Great stuff. So from here, we're going to go straight into a lunge again, into a lizard lunge, which we did last week. Dropping the knee down. But this time, and see if you want something under your knee, we're going to push our chest, our stomach, away from the front leg. So just check it out. It's the right leg, right, that you're using. I'll use the same one for now. I'm putting my hands down, pushing my hips down, and then trying to, and this really gets my thigh and my hip flexor, then trying to stretch away from it. Yeah, see your chin, if you might want to keep it down and look forward, or you might want to let it go all the way. See what works for you. Push your hips down towards the front foot. The front foot. Don't let them go back towards the back knee or back foot. Stretch your elbows, that's going to help. Yeah, balance isn't easy in this one. And it's just literally 4 seconds. Let's do it. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Push those hips down. Really get into that hip flexor, guys. Nice. Okay. Drop the arms just as you have naturally. And you decide whether you want to stay here or get into the back foot. Lift it up. Grab it with your right hand, same hand as the leg that's bent. Or with a dyna band, or just keep the knee bent and 2 hands grabbing. Push the hips down, whatever you're doing. Try not to fidget. 3 seconds, go on. 2 seconds. 1 more second. Lovely stuff. And then step it back, just as you have been through a lunge into your chaturanga. Make it swift and flow into 3 upward dogs. Exhale as you come down. Yeah? Breathe in, come up. Exhale, that's too nice. Breathe in, come up. Now as you exhale, you've just got 1 more side. Same sequence as you've just done with the left leg. Let's do it, come on, we've done the hard part, I promise. The next part is easy and fun. So breathe, your left leg up, 3-legged dog, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 and 1, bend the knee, tip the hip open, not the shoulders, 4 more seconds, 3, 2 and 1, tip the foot all the way around, bend both knees, go on Toby, both knees. Yes, now lift the heart and hips up, reach up. If you want to, I dare you to go into your wheel, but you need to change your right hand to face your feet, fingers face the feet. That's if you want to, 4 seconds. Lovely, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and then you'll be coming back all to the hand, lift the leg up, these are all options, step it forward. Nice work, guys. That's just so you get a taster of next week. You did it really nicely, Eddie. Chris, you were there. You just have to believe in yourself sometimes, I think. I honestly think it's just that. Yeah, it's a tricky one, and I'll go through it while you stretch this if you want, so you don't waste time. So, coming to your stretch, that's your first kind of layer of movement. If you want to take it further, push your stomach away, and that's hard for me. I've got really tense hip flexors. My body just doesn't really like this, but I know that it's good for me, so I do try and get it there. And then just hold it there for a couple more seconds. And I'm going to try, or not just yet actually. 1 more breath. Push those hips down towards the floor, go on, encourage them down. Yes, that's it too. Nice one. Okay, so you can ground your hands again, and again, these are options. You either lift the back foot or not. That depends if your knee hurts also, that's okay not to. You can grab the foot with the same hand of the front leg that's bent, so it would be the left hand. Squeeze your inner thigh, Toby, so that front knee, don't let it wing over, yes. And drop the hip down like you were doing in your other, you know we were doing this before. That's also to help you in this position, drop that hip down and back, yeah? Keep breathing there. And as you do that, I'm going to quickly show you the transition. So you're here, right, with your hands pointing out, and you're doing this. So in order to get the other one, you need to put the other one with your fingers pointed in, and then do the change with that one. Yeah? Then to come back, you first do that one, and then you push it forward. Okay, that was your break. Nice one, guys. Step it back into chaturanga. When you're ready, release your foot, step back. Last chaturanga, come on, let's do it. Down all the way up, 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out, go down. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, that's 2. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, fold. Press, 10 little bounce. It's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and chest pose. Yes, drop your knees down, have a break here. Breathe deeply. Walk your hands forward. Try to get your forehead on the floor and the tip of your nose. And then think of laying your stomach skin on your thighs. One more breath in, just breathe deeply. And this is a good time to, again, come back to those pauses we were talking about before, the importance of pausing. I remember there was this interview, and I might have told you this, and this musician that did this great piece, and they were saying, how do you do it? He was a pianist, actually. How do you do it to play so well? And then he answered something, it's not how I play, it's the pauses that I give to the music that make it so beautiful. You know, and that's part of life. I think we forget to pause and to really assimilate beautiful moments, like when you feel good after a practice, just take a moment to, yes, that feels good in my body. Or when you've had something nice to eat, something healthy, you actually feel less heavy and more dynamic maybe, and that's in my body, it might be different. Or when you just watch a sunset and you just take a moment to not talk, observe, breathe and pause, and I think that is quite true, isn't it? Through pauses is when we really experience things. Okay guys, let's come back. I've got a few things I want to do still. I would like to give you two options here. Coming into a headstand or coming just with our head down to get a flow of blood to our head. So these are the options. Interlace your fingers, put your head on the floor and just hold it here for about 30 seconds, and now time it. If you're fine with your headstand, maybe you can just put one foot up. Maybe you can just play like that for a while. That's a progression. That would be the next progression. Maybe you can just stay up and put your hips up. Yeah? If a headstand, you don't want to do it, if your shoulder hurts, I'd say start with your shoulder stand already, because it's the same thing. No? Bridge, and then Chris, check it out. You want your legs to, ideally just to get the blood flowing towards the brain, right? So anything with the legs up, that's not going to hurt your shoulders, yeah? I'd say bridge, then this, or the cushion, maybe on your sofa. But I know that you know yourself, so I just give you ideas, hopefully a bit of inspiration, and then you decide what you do. Cool, man? Eddie, squeeze those elbows towards each other. Squeeze those elbows, bend your knees, push your hips. Yeah, nice one, squeeze it. Yes, that's it. You still need to push a little bit more on your elbows, Eddie. I know you are. Yes, that is it, but now be strong enough. Yes, that's it. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, good. Now, Toby, to challenge you, maybe you can bend your knees and bring your feet into a namaste, soles of the feet together. Oh, like a tree position. Yes, see if you can find that balance. Nice, good, Eddie. Remembering that, that you don't have to. That looks nice, well done. You know what, that pole is very good also there to just lean one leg against it and then the other. You probably know that, right? That if I were you, you can even do like handstand practices. And it's getting late, so come into a plow after you hold your headstand. But you can do it that way, you know? And just play around with it. It's nice to have something to lean with. That's when you're playing on your own. Okay guys, let's sit down and do our final series. So remember, after a headstand, just hold a few moments if we're doing it nicely in child's pose, just to not get a head rush. And then roll yourself all the way down. Okay, so bridge, supported bridge, you've got a block. It's a really nice feeling to put a block right under your hips and just support yourself in the bridge. If not, you'll come into a plow and a shoulder stand. I would say, Toby, if you have to go, you've got 2 minutes, probably till 5 so see what you want to do. And then take a moment, at least 30 seconds in Savasana. Okay, when you're ready, guys. whatever position you've decided.
Generosa, impetuosa, mesmo com todo o poder da criança, se não for a mãe a conceber liberdade, a instruir o limite que o poder permite.
Yeah, just take it easy. If you want to come into your shoulder stand, remember you put your hands on your lumbar spine, lift the legs up, let them drain out. And if not, just stay wherever you decide. There's nothing I like more that, seeing people do the poses that they feel are best for them in that day. And that's very different to just doing anything, right? So it's just when you feel that people are listening to their body, that's very healthy. So, shoulders down. I better do it because I know that you stand this off to people that might not know what shoulder stand is, right? So this is a plow, that's shoulder stand. And even in our shoulder stand, we can come with those namaste feet that we were talking about before in our headstand, and then open up into a wide plow. So if you come down from your shoulder stand, come into a plow, and then slowly lower down. Take it easy. Hug your legs in. Do whatever you need. And then you've got the choice. You've got a choice of a fish, of a twist, or just laying in Savasana now and chilling. So see what you want to do. I'll just remind you what a fish looks like. A wheel is also good, but you've already done one, maybe. So sit yourself on your forearms. It's the counter pose of a shoulder stand. So if you've done a shoulder stand, it is important you do a counter pose for it. And that would be it. Trying to get the crown of your head on the floor, lift your heart up, and just breathing deep into your heart and into your lungs, yeah? Nice position, guys. Yeah. Remember to lift your heart, lungs up on the inhale, and then on the exhale, try not to let them drop. Amazing, nice, good. And then slowly chin to chest, roll yourself down. Take it easy. Maybe hug your legs in, see if you want to twist a little bit one side the other. I'll leave that to you. You might want to stretch your neck, you might want to do something else, just see what you want to do. And then when you've sorted out whatever you need to kind of pay attention to, and what I mean by that is whatever stretch your body asks you to do, just lay yourself in Savasana. Before you lay down, don't let me hurry you, finish what you're doing. Maybe you can turn your lights off in your room, or maybe you can put incense or anything that makes you relax or feel chilled. That's just a suggestion. And as soon as you're ready, it will be palms up, your feet are just hanging out towards the sides of your mat. And you're just trying to breathe deep. First of all, breathe deep to relax the muscles, and then maybe more shallow breathing in order to just, it's the sensation of Savasana. I had a teacher that used to say, just pretend you fainted. And literally, I think it's very accurate. So your breath does go shallower once you come into that Savasana state. And you're kind of there, but you're not there, yeah? So you're not coming into thoughts or creating more out of them. But you are aware of things, noises, but not naming the noises. So if you hear a car, you don't say, ah, car. You just let the sounds kind of go, like clouds do in the sky. And I think I'll leave you there today, just for about 2 more minutes, just to relax, observe, pause. slowly when you're ready, just start breathing deeper and start breathing to your fingers, to your toes. Start waking them up. And then maybe taking your arms behind you, holding your hands or your opposite elbows also is a nice stretch if you have got much space. Inhale, try again. Thank you. And then exhale. Just release. Find your way to any side, so just curl up into a fetal position just for a second. Just mark that as it's quite significant in the practice that you're doing before. And then when you're ready, just come to a comfortable sitting position and we'll start just, or finish just like we started. So any sitting position that's comfortable, let's come back to our spine, reminding ourselves of those points, trying to keep it long and clear, yeah? And breathing up and down the spine. Maybe bring your hand to your heart. That's the right hand, I'm not mirroring you anymore. Maybe the left hand on the stomach if that feels good for you. And just feel the rise and fall of the breath. Maybe come back to your intention if you set one. If not, just feel grounded in your roots. And let's just do one more breath together, feeling grounded, all thinking of our intention. So breathe out to prepare. And let's breathe in. Hold the breath in, squeeze the energy up, squeeze the energy up your spine. And then breathe. And thank you very much. Namaste, guys. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful weekend. Nice practice. Well done.